2026, many immigrants are carrying the weight of long waits, unanswered applications, and years of uncertainty. But as this new year begins, there are also signs, real signs, that not everything in the U.S. immigration system is moving in the wrong direction. In fact, across green cards, work permits, visa processing, and even enforcement priorities, there are developments that point toward stability, progress, and, in some cases, genuine relief. This does not mean immigration has suddenly become easy. It has not. The system remains strict, and under the Trump administration, enforcement and compliance continue to shape policy decisions, but it is equally important to recognize where movement is happening, where processing is improving, and where families may finally see long-awaited results. In this video, we'll walk through the genuine areas of positive movement in U.S. immigration as January 2026 begins, from green card approvals and work permits to visa processing trends, congressional signals, and changes in deportation priorities, so you can start this year informed, grounded, and let's get into the video. One of the most important areas of positive movement as 2026 begins is green card processing. Throughout late 2025, USCIS quietly continued efforts to reduce internal backlogs, particularly for family-based adjustment of status cases filed inside the United States. While timelines still vary widely by service center, many applicants have reported faster interview scheduling and more consistent adjudication once cases are complete and well documented. This improvement has been most noticeable for immediate relatives of U.S. citizens, spouses, parents, and unmarried children under 21, where visa numbers are always available. USCIS has continued to prioritize these cases, and for applicants who filed properly and responded promptly to requests, approvals are moving more steadily than in previous years. This does not mean every case is fast, but it does mean the system is functioning more predictably for many families. Employment-based green cards also show signs of stability while backlogs remain for certain countries, particularly India and China. USCIS has continued to approve cases where priority dates are current and documentation is complete. The agency has made consistent use of available visa numbers, reducing the risk of wasted allocations for workers whose dates are current. This has translated into forward movement rather than stagnation. Work permits are another area where there is cautious but real good news. Although USCIS reduced the maximum validity period for certain employment authorization documents in late 2025, the agency has simultaneously improved internal processing efficiency for renewals. Median processing times for many EAD categories have stabilized and in some cases improved compared to earlier years when delays were unpredictable. For applicants who file early, follow instructions precisely, and maintain eligibility, renewals are moving with fewer interruptions than many feared. This is particularly relevant for applicants adjusting status, asylum applicants with pending cases, and those awaiting final green card decisions. Visa processing abroad is also showing signs of recovery. At the National Visa Center, document review times have become more consistent, and many cases that were delayed during earlier years are now moving forward. Consulates have expanded interview capacity in several regions, helping reduce extreme backlogs that once stretched into years for family-based and employment-based immigrant visas. Temporary visas are another area where applicants are seeing progress. Student visas, exchange visas, and employment-based non-immigrant visas are being processed with clearer timelines in many consulates. This is particularly important for international students and professionals planning to start programs or jobs in 2026. There is also cautious optimism around congressional signals as the new legislative year begins. While no major immigration reform bill has passed, lawmakers from both parties continue discussions on targeted fixes, including workforce shortages, legal immigration efficiency, and long-term backlogs. Historically, Congress moves slowly on immigration, but incremental changes and funding decisions can still impact processing capacity and agency operations. Deportation policy is another area where nuance matters. While enforcement remains a priority under the Trump administration, deportation efforts continue to focus primarily on individuals with serious criminal convictions or clear violations. As 2026 begins, USCIS policies are clearer, published, and consistently applied. While strict, they are no longer shifting every week. This stability allows applicants to plan, prepare, and move forward with more confidence. The Visa Bulletin also plays a role in optimism. While movement varies by category, the Bulletin has continued to advance in several employment-based and family-based categories. January 2026 begins with more structure and less chaos than many feared. The message as this year begins is not to relax completely but also not to lose hope. Immigration remains difficult, but it is moving, and for many, that movement is finally forward. That's all we have for this bulletin. The U.S. Immigration Hub news channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It's important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We'll continue to provide